Hey, howdy everyone, Lostly here, back in action for more Okage Shadow King attraction. That's right, we're continuing on, destroying vase after vase, so we could finally get down to the nitty-gritty of this little area here. It looks like the vases are taking more maneuvers. Regardless, it seems like we're going to be going down a lot of floors. It's a floor-to-floor nation. I think we'll be good for the most part here on this thing. Play sword. See how well that works for us. As we can continue on the down the road over and over again. Something in particular that I don't think I've mentioned as of late is just how many games I've beaten this year, and before I do that, I want to ask you, viewer, how many games do you think you've beaten this year? We're talking sometime in April, about 4 months. How many games have you beaten in 4 months, I think is the better question here. Sometimes it's a lot more than you think, other times it's a lot less than you think. Well, me, I'm over 90 games. 90 games! Beaten over that, and to me it's just kind of like I don't know how I got here either, because I don't. And like a lot of that has to do with the fact that some games really just aren't that long, and you kind of have to look at what games are and what aren't. And for the most part, I will say to you, they're not worth it, entirely not. But as someone that likes to review a lot of games, likes to talk about a lot of games, likes to explore various things and whatnot, to me, it's really neat and interesting, and I really like going into that situation. Because I have something to gain out of it, I could tell other people, I could learn something from this or that. It's something always interesting and neat to me, you know? And that's kind of why I like continuing to play games, good or bad, aside from a very small part of it. Like, there are games that I straight up just kind of refuse to play, in the sense that, I acknowledge the fact that I am not the one to review it, I am not the one to play it. It just does not work for me. One of those ones, believe it or not, y'all, is Turok. I do not mess with Turok whatsoever. It is not the game series for me. I kind of wish it was. It seems really cool on paper, but every time I look at Turok, I just think to myself, yeah, I don't like it. just straight up, nah. No, thank you. Okay, wait, we should go all the way back. Okay, I guess we did. Oh, I hate having to dodge this and that. We go this way, we get what we get. Yes. There we go. So yes, there are certain games out that is the case. That's a very small margin of games compared to a very wide margin of games that I usually tend to play. And that encompasses a lot of things, and it's over the years have widened to various bit pieces, from simply oh, if you beat a fighting game with any character and you get that ending, it's a beaten game. That is considered as such. And I have reviewed games like that, and it gets really hard with fighting games in particular because they do have extra bit pieces to it. It feels like you should review a little bit more of it, because there is more to it than just the simple campaign. But you get most of the feel for it, for the most part, and every now and again, sometimes it'll be like, it was only worth doing it once, and no more. That's how I feel about the Art of Fighting series. I do not think it's a very good series, especially by today's standards. It just doesn't work the way that it should anymore. Meanwhile, something like Rhythm Busters, Slap Busters Rhythm, I forget what it's called specifically. It is a weird PlayStation fighting game that's only released in Japan, and it's pretty much all style, no substance. And I've played the majority of the characters there, completed their campaigns and everything. And I gotta say, I don't like it in the sense that, like, I wanna like it, you know? Like, there's so much there that I see as potential and everything, and yet it fumbles on every degree. I think it's Rhythm Slapbusters. I think it's something akin to that. It's a really cool looking game. And at first glance, I would definitely agree with anybody else. Like, how could you, like, hate that game and whatnot? Why would you not like anything about that game? It really just comes down to the fact that, like, that game is not balanced at all. And I mean not balanced as in they did not check anything. It doesn't feel that way. They checked to see if the game worked and the moves function the way they did. They not check the balance of characters. And certain characters are just better. They're just straight up better. They'll always be better. There's no way that you could win vice versa. There's a lot of 8-2 matchups, a lot of 9-1 matchups. And there's a reason why people don't play it. You don't see people playing it because it's not that good of a game. And then you have other games, way shorter than this game. We're talking like, it won't even fill an episode. It wouldn't be 10 minutes long. And I played a lot of those games. And I played a lot of things that are not that way, where they're like 10 to 20 hours sometimes. And like, a game's amount of time that you spend with it has never been something akin to me that I think is like, oh, you didn't actually play the game, or like, that doesn't count for like a beating game. At this point in my life, I'm like, no. You beat a game, you reach the credits, you've explored every kind of possible avenue there is to that game. Like, Joust if you get to a certain stage, or balloon fight even, or various other score attackers like that. If you feel you've explored the game enough, I feel you've beaten it. There really is very, very few endless games out there, and games that you can't consider beaten to the degree that, like, we see it as now. That's what I consider as the case. And I still stand by such a situation simply because it's a little easier to kind of get a feel for certain games and kind of move on from the situation. A lot of the time, playing a lot of one particular game can feel a bit of a time-wasting situation, because you're really just kind of going into confirmation of what you do or don't like about said game, and unless you're like getting achievements or something, it goes double for a waste of time as far as I'm concerned. But for a little achievement whore like me, definitely fun. Definitely a good bit. I like it a lot to actually get all those little extra bit pieces too, but I don't think you need to play Guilty Gear X Advance more than one time with one character to understand just how that game does not work. And yet it was the only Guilty Gear X that we got in America. Very weird considering there's a Dreamcast version, but you know, I guess the Dreamcast version just didn't last as long over in America, which I think is the case. So. Oh, I went back. What? Ugh. Couldn't get something over there, but it's whatever. Suffice to say, you have all those games, right? I've been talking about and whatnot, where it's like, oh yeah, you can get pretty low. Well, recently, viewer, I have been playing prototype games, and I've been playing homebrew games. I've been playing hacked games, mod spin-offs, various other bit pieces like that. And I gotta tell y'all, they don't last very long most of the time. And a lot of them, I'm gonna be honest, kinda average. I don't really see a lot of hacks or homebrew stuff as something that is particularly interesting or neat in the sense that they themselves are neat. A lot of Pokemon hacks seem to me to be very generic and kind of by the books in terms of what they're trying to do. I'm sure there's some out there that are not the case, and I'm sure there's plenty of YouTubers out there that actually express their opinion about, like, this is one of the best things you to play. Not what I'm trying to get at here. What I'm trying to get at is that sometimes these hacks and mods don't really have a lot of gameplay. A lot of Banjo-Kazooie mods, a lot of hacks of Banjo-Kazooie. They last maybe 2-3 hours, and it's cool as heck, but they're kind of all the same. Because, you know, it's Banjo-Kazooie, there's only so much you can do with the actual, like, story of it, and they don't add any more new bosses, or they have really kind of, like, elements to stories and whatnot. Again, not a super duper bad thing, just something that I notice consistently, and it's something that even, like, the best modders out there can only do so much about. And that's kind of how hacks just kind of fall to the wayside into your best is average, right? And a number of these particular games that I've played, the homebrew ones, I've been playing homebrew for quite a while actually. I think I started playing a lot more homebrew games, I want to say in 2023 maybe? That's when I started, and I really got into little bit pieces, and there's plenty of homebrew games that I've played and I'm like, oh, this blows my socks off, this actually is really good. It works really well on this and that and the other, and I have a good time with them. Like there's this one takoyaki fish museum pictocross game that works really well, and it's a lot of time is spent to actually go beat that game and whatnot. And then you have games like Psychic Seeds on Pokemon Mini, and it is one of the best Pokemon Mini games on there. And it sounds really weird to say that because, like, I think on average, majority of Pokemon Mini games that are there to play, which is like 20, I think, total, maybe 10 licensed properly. Point is, not a lot that are actually there to make me go, oh, you know, like that's a thing. That's kind of neat. It's more of a like people try to play and make games on there. They do what they can. Sometimes you get prototypes, sometimes you get hacks, quote unquote, in air quotes and everything, and homebrew games that just aren't quite finished, and it's just like, is this really a thing? Is this really something? Like, I've played and beaten some games that I kid you not, have lasted maybe 10 minutes tops, and all that such. This is all the course of this year and whatnot, and that's kind of how a lot of the games that I've played kind of amped up into this 90 game overall rating situation. And I'm just kind of shocked by it because I've reviewed a lot of games. And the thing is, a lot of these games, they don't need a lot of time or energy. It's just kind of not something I need. Also, I'm noticing I'm doing less with like Blizzard and all the other sword things, it looks like. It's not even worth it, is it? Can I just do this and get like Assault 70 or something? Yeah. We're better off just hitting them with attack. Cool. We have one more to go with, but not that much. Destroyed them. Oh, we destroyed them all. Let's go. Hey. Before we go, well, I guess we should go down this way. There we go. This is B4. All right. Bingo! I'll be right back. We're back! A dinosaur tail. Let's go, baby! Further and further down we go. Where it stops, it keeps going. I don't know. There's the 4 of them. Great seems to appear to somewhere. Let's see. Oh god, oh god, oh god! Oh, there's so many of them. Concert. Overdrive? Because we need to. But yes, I've played a lot of prototypes, I've played a lot of homebrew stuff, I've played a lot of hacks, and a lot of other situations there and of. And I gotta say, it's been far more interesting than anything else, but boy howdy has it not been productive, I think is the best way to say it. Like, I definitely felt like I wasted a lot of time. Definitely felt like that's the case. But like, in a way that like I was exploring something and I kind of was being unproductive because I was exploring. I'll get really into it too, and I kind of hate that. Like, recently, like, I actually started looking into how to emulate Java games. And I'm gonna be so real about this. Yeah, I can emulate Java games now. We're talking the Ratchet and Clank going mobile. We're talking God of War Betrayal. We're talking Mega Man Pinball. Did you know there was a Mega Man Pinball? Cause I didn't. There's a lot of stuff. And it's just kind of insane to me that there's just so many things that are like not quite lost media, but certainly hidden to a large group of people and everything. And it just kind of makes me annoyed because I'm just like, do people not know a lot of these games are free to play and like all this other such and such? Like, I don't think anyone out here is really gonna pay for like going mobile now or Betrayal or anything like that, but like I think it's neat and nifty and something that kind of works in the sense that like, oh, I played every Ratchet and Clank game, I played every God of War thing and everything, you know? Like that kind of situation to me is kind of the cool bit to it. Is that you said that you could play it, and that's kind of the whole shebang. Does it really matter? No, not really. It's just kind of boozing points. The dumb, stupid thing that's dumb and stupid, and I kind of love it. Another thing has come through. Another thing has come through. A third thing has come through. Yippee! Not here. It's there. A ghost blocked my pathway. There we go. Very glad only a certain amount of ghosts could actually appear at any given time. So we're kind of just like able to just dodge them. Alright, where do I go now? Here we go. Now this one seems to be very much like you're gonna get all these before you can actually get to the thing. Which is fine. Oh yeah, there was no way I was getting out of that one. The game dev real quick, real fast, real easy. Suffice to say, I think the gaming community is really, really, really neat. I mean gaming community in the sense that like people that like actually like go out and make games and they do it out of their own free will and make stuff from old consoles and whatnot. I think those people are the neatest, coolest people ever because it's like that's really neat and interesting. And as someone that has gotten into a slight bit of coding, a slight bit of modding a game with my own stuff as of recent, it's kind of cool to see your own stuff work and like kind of like hack your way through the whole shebang. And I'm kind of like, this is kind of neat. I like it. Death Store. I don't like that. Please don't. Don't snatch that. Oh, wait. Snatched a bunch of money from me for no reason. Okay. I don't think she's at Death Store anymore, so we should be fine. This way. That should be it. That should be the last of them. Ooh, mid-section. What else up here? And one over here? No, not quite. Not here, I know that much. One of these middle parts here. Boy. Oh, we're just able to get this one. Okay. Oh, why is she on death's door still? What the heck? How do I heal this? Cures death curse. Yeah, I'll get that. I wasn't aware. It didn't look like she was actually like... She had that, you know? Okay, then it's powerless you. I think Overdrive still makes Knight a little bit more powerful, so we should be able to do that just fine. Oh, that will less attack is good for us. Item, bacon nut. That's fine. Yeah, 146? Yeah. Yeah, easy. Yeah, that was a good thing that I did that. Oh my goodness. That's scary. Yeah, we can just keep doing that. We should be good now. It's times like this that I really wish this game had an auto battle feature, which honestly, I'm gonna be so real about this. I think every RPG should have an auto battle feature. I feel it makes things a little easier in terms of things. Like, I can just kind of go with it. Like, I don't have to worry about things. Just do. Maybe a fast forward situation. Like, oh. It helps to not be a time waster, you know? And I can tell they're really trying to waste my time with this particular level. I'm just going down again and down again. Not too bad, because the release changed like that. Okay. We do need to get more nuts, though. That's for sure. Okay. Up there. We just have the ability to get them all? Might be the case. Alright. Overdrive. Yippee! Concert, because slowing you down is good. And then regular attacking. Powerless attacking. Jeez, 156, that's so worth it. That's so worth it. My goodness. It's so wild that this game both feels entirely like generic, but at the same time its own kind of special, you know? Like, I can't really fault this game for being the way that it is. It definitely feels like it was rushed out a bit in order to hit the PlayStation 2's release. But also at the same time having this very unique, individual type of game. I see how it got like a cult classic, and also how people just did not care for it. It doesn't seem on the surface like it'd be anything else, you know? It's one of them things where it just, the personality is there. Okay. Earn destroyed. I see my other thing. Okay. How do I get there? Not that one. Not that one. Okay. I haven't got that one either. Or this one, but I can get it now, so let's go do that. Get that. Got that. Okay. One over here. Yep, there we go. Oh, jeez. Oh. Maneuver. Sorta. I think that's all of them. I think that's the whole shebang. Is that... There's only the two? Oh, man. Dude's so good with it, too. Crocodile. Try to ice them. Slow everybody down. Attack the Daring Dino. That should do it. Only give me the full burst here. Yeah, look at that. It was mainly so like not all of them got attack in. It was just this guy. I knew he was gonna stay around. Get out of here, Dino Man. I don't need you. So close. Oh, shh. Done and one. Running out of nuts though. I'm gonna be so real. After this floor, I think we have to call it. Simply because I need to nut more. Let's see here. Oh, I see it. This should be the last one. There. There. Okay. I think that's all the bridges. Not there. Oh, jeez. That one, please. So many of them. There's so many of these. Why must we be a bull in a china shop, you know? I don't want to be that person. But apparently red makes me angry. Let's go ahead. Power up this. And then overdrive. I generally don't know any other attacks that are good for Knight except for overdrive. I cannot express that enough. I know Knight can attack. Like with like special things, those sword things don't seem to work ever in my favor. Anything else I just have not used, and I understand that I can heal. Not gonna use it though. I have nuts. I'd rather use nuts. Yeah, gonna do the most damage. Get it? A nut. Still not down, huh, bud? Oh my goodness. Oh wait. Oh wait. There we go. It's a lot. It is so much. There's so many little things. Ridiculous. We're level 39. Oh my goodness. We're gonna hit level 50 at this point. Which I don't inherently mind, because that's an achievement. I like getting achievements. There we go, that should be the last one. The last facade. Let's make sure to wreck it good. Gotta make Wreck-It Ralph proud. Powerless. Omniconcert. Yippee! Slow you down. Overdrive. We should have enough nuts to actually go back and do everything that we need to do, as well as the mending and such that we can do, that I can always ignore that I can do. Good job. Should be able to get other nuts too, all that such. A lot of little things. that terrain just hits a little bit harder than you think. Most other games, the terrain doesn't hit that hard. 50 damage, 140, 150, 100. Oh, I thought you died. It would be so real with that. Come on, go away. Please go. No. No. Yes. Good. Now she won't die. Of course. As soon as I use it. It's fine. It's fine. Shoot. And now she's level 39, my goodness. We're getting up there. Destroyed all the urns. The next one is out. I just need to be able to leave without any hassle from these darn thingies. Ugh. There we go. Down here. We're on the 5th floor, right? There we go. 5th floor it is. Thank goodness. There's another floor. Of course there's another floor. Why wouldn't there be? Alright. Next time, everybody, we'll be continuing down this windy road over and over again. My goodness. No saves in sight, so we might as well go back, get more Big Nut, and anything else in between. Until then, though, thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you can. Sayonara. Bye-bye.